In this video, I'm going to show you how I increased my net worth over the last few years doing one simple thing. Hi, my name is Neil. I make videos on YouTube to document my life and hopefully provide you guys with some type of value. So let's get right to it. That one simple thing that I do is tracking my net worth. Now I know it sounds really simple, but this has made a huge change in my life. The reason I started doing this is because I had a friend of mine, let's call him a mentor. He came up to me and said, Neil, if you want to build financial wealth and try to get to financial independence early, you need to focus on building your net worth, not how much you have in your savings account. Now this was really eye-opening to me because this whole time I was working, putting money into an account, hopefully to grow it bigger. And essentially that is building your net worth, but it's not building a good quality of life along the way. Your net worth is essentially your assets minus your liabilities. The reason this is important is because if you want to reach a certain level of financial wealth, you can then use this net worth number to figure out what your end financial goal is. So there's gonna be three big pillars to building your net worth. That's gonna be your earned income. That's gonna come from your job or your business or something where you are deploying work and time, and in return, you're getting money. The second pillar is gonna be investing. This is where you're going to take that money and you're gonna have a plan to do something with that money, whether it's investing into a business, investing into stocks, investing into real estate, whatever that avenue is, the goal is to grow that amount of money that's coming in. And the third thing is going to be budgeting. You could earn as much money as you want, but if you don't have a way to budget that money and find a way to then deploy the extra money into investments, you will never build any level of wealth. Now, I've actually built a spreadsheet to help me track my net worth, and what I do is I track it at the beginning of every quarter. Now, the reason this has helped me so much is because I'm a big believer in that in order to go where you want to go, you have to figure out where you're starting from. I had started this net worth spreadsheet in 2020, and it's helped me collect all of my assets, all of my liabilities, and figure out where I stand and then how I can grow it from quarter to quarter. As human beings, we need to see results. This is the reason why we wake up every day, because we have a goal or an end goal in mind. We are always working towards something, but we like to see many wins along the way. I like to compare this to working out. If you were to compare two people, one person who tracks their progress and one person who doesn't, you're gonna find that the one person who tracks their progress is gonna see results much quicker than the person who doesn't track it at all. This is why there's so many fitness influencers. It's so they can show off their progress, because people love to see results. And that's the whole reason why I track my net worth, so I can see this result, so that I know I'm going in the right direction. Every quarter it's telling me, did I lose money or did I make money? And this is a great way to tell which direction I'm heading in and at what rate I'm going in that direction. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a downloadable link to the spreadsheet in the description below. I believe I actually downloaded this off of a different website here, but it's basically just a Google sheet or an Excel sheet. I've had a few of them in the past, but I've kind of liked this one the most. I've reworked it to how I want it. Basically what this is doing, and this is real numbers, as you can see at the bottom here, this is from 2020 when I had this new spreadsheet. I want to say I started this in 2018 or 19, but 2020 was kind of the revised version of this worksheet here. But I basically downloaded this and kind of customized it to the way I want, and I put the different years at the bottom. So as you can see, I have the 2023 here. I track this every quarter, so January 1st, April 1st, July, October. And then what I've done is I broke it up into, there's two categories. So you can see net worth up here, the value of a person's assets minus their liabilities. You've got the assets column, and then down here in highlighted red, you have your liabilities. Now there's a lot of these that don't even apply to me, and it's kind of how the download sheet just came out. But you can really just jump in here and kind of change it to whatever you want it to be. And the ones that don't apply, I just went ahead and leave them blank. First, you have your cash. Most of this is pretty self-explanatory. Cash is gonna be physical cash. You're basically gonna wanna put in your bank account here, and then this is any type of basically cash account. So it could be Venmo, Cash App, Wealthfront, PayPal, it doesn't matter, whatever your cash accounts are. These are your assets, this is money that you have. So investments, there's different things you can use for your investments. I use Vanguard as my brokerage company. I've got 401k. At the time of doing this, I didn't have the Roth IRA I do now. I've held gold and silver. You can do bonds if you want, Forex, there's all sorts of different investments. Some of you watching may own some real estate. I don't own any real estate as of right now. Real estate is an asset, so you're gonna put that in there. Do you own land? Is it, a short-term rental, long-term rental? Is it your main residence? Personal property, this is, cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, RVs, jet skis, whatever you want to do. And I'm going to show you there's a part where you're going to do the liabilities. It's going to add up the assets from each column, and like I said, you can just jump in here and change it to design for your lifestyle. It's going to add them up automatically. And then your liabilities section. This is where your debts are gonna be. So this is gonna be like medical bills, taxes, things like that. The system had printed out 3 credit card statements in there. I only had 1 credit card at the time of this. I just put what my credit card balance is. Even though I pay off my credit card at the end of every month, I do still put this in when I do the net worth statement at the beginning of each quarter. Mortgages down here. If you do not own your home or investment property outright, you have some type of mortgage on it. Whether it's like a land contract deal or a mortgage with a bank, whatever it is, you owe money to someone, that's a liability. If you have car loans, school loans, whatever, this is another section for loans down here. Again, those are liability. That's money that's coming out that you owe to someone else. And then at the bottom, what it's gonna do automatically is it's gonna add up your total assets minus your total liabilities, and it's gonna give you your net worth there. And then what this does is it adds it up every quarter. So we're looking back here, January 1st. Now this was also kind of the start of COVID-19. We had saw a huge correction in the market, and that was a pretty crazy time. So between those 3 quarters, with my earned income and my investments going down, I actually managed to level myself out, which I was pretty impressed with at the time. My net worth had only gone down about a couple $100s, so I was quite surprised. And then next quarter, we jumped right back up, increasing that net worth again, and then the same went into towards the end of the year. Great to see, and you know, I've got records that go back for some time now, and I can really see the rate at how quick my net worth is growing. And this has been able to help me so much because, like I said, you want to be able to see your progress. If you don't see the progress in something, you're not going to want to do it. If you're not seeing your muscles grow when you go to the gym, you're not gonna wanna go to the gym. We wanna see our hard work pay off. We wanna see growth. So like I mentioned before, the 3 pillars of building your net worth are going to be your investments, your earned income, and budgeting. So over here, I went ahead and put my monthly spending. 2020, this was my monthly spending. Obviously, I didn't have a lot of bills at that time, and I try and keep that budget as low as I could, because the more you can save, the more goes towards investments and building that net worth, which is the goal. The other pillar I'd mentioned was investing. So in this case, I invest in stocks, and I wanted to see how much am I investing every single month. And I've talked about this in previous videos, but I invest into 3 different funds, VTSAX, VFIAX, and my Roth IRA. One thing that I've really learned over the last few years is that you have to have a plan with your money. Money without a plan is essentially worthless. I always love the quote, money is a great servant, but a terrible master. Give this a try. I think it's a really eye-opening thing to do. If we take money out of the factor and we put it to the side and we don't have to worry about money, it allows us to look through life through a whole different lens. I hope you guys got some value out of this video. I love doing these type of things, and I even use this same spreadsheet to help some of my friends. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you thought, and if you want to see a video on how I budget my salary, go ahead and click right here.